More than 200 years ago, Americans fought a revolution against big government.
He has erected a multitude of new offices and has sent hither swarms of officials to harass our people and eat out their substance.
George III and his bureaucrats taxed and controlled their lives until the people said, enough. The government in Washington, D.C. makes you nostalgic for old King George. The royal tax collectors took about 25% from our ancestors. This year, government at all levels will extract 50% of our money to waste. And not gently. IRS agents use wiretaps, mail openings, informants, disguises, guns, chains, and jails to get every last dime.
Well, isn't your government friendly and loving to you? We, the people, are starting to speak back. In the Bundy trial, we'll get to in 10 minutes, in a few days in Las Vegas, Nevada, Judge Gloria Navarro, I like to call Navarro in her kangaroo court, is going to be forced to conclude a mistrial in the Bundys, which have been in chains for 22 months, been found not guilty completely in one trial in Oregon, and now another jury was ready to find him not guilty, and the judge said, oh no, can't have that, oh no. Some information got out that the prosecutor made a mistake with her witness. I'm going to declare a mistrial. The question is it with prejudice, so no more charges can be brought against the Bundys, or is it without prejudice, so a new federal prosecutor can come in and do it? With us now on the line from Orange County is a 1988 gold medal winning Olympian named Cindy Brown. Are you there, Cindy?
Yes, hi, William. I am here.
Great. Now, Cindy Brown is known for a gold medal, as you can see there on the screen. And there's another picture of her with her shock jersey on. She was number 14 in that event. You can see her there. There's Cindy. She's a basketball expert. I mean, she plunks them in there real regularly for the women's team. Isn't that right, Cindy?
I don't know if I'm an expert, but I sure was a participant.
You sure were. You won a gold medal. But then Cindy came home from overseas for being, a representative of the American women's basketball team, and she had her house stolen. Now, how do you steal a house? You just take all the equity out, change who's the owner with forged documents. And Cindy's with us on the line right now, live, tonight, Friday, the first Friday in January of 2018. Cindy, what did you just see on the news tonight in Orange County?
Well, that's really funny, and thanks for asking that question because, I've been fighting this real estate fraud and identity theft since December 2005, and we've received all of the evidence and investigations and discovery about how my identity was stolen, and it was used with unauthorized accounts, which somehow or another now seems to be with Wells Fargo. And we all know about the Wells Fargo debacle with this Tolstead lady and John Stump, Kerry Tolstead. So going forward here, we have Mr. Stump giving 100% promises to restore people of the monies that were stolen through credit cards, mortgage scams, all these different, cross-selling products that have ventured out into the community, into the public, and has destroyed basically families. And we see the growing increase of tent city, which is homelessness. And so, interesting enough, getting back on point, I'm still in my home, but the title has changed on this property, and it did change title ownership in Texas, not from California, but but by Texas from a Texas notary, which that document was never notarized under penalty of perjury by a declaration stating under penalty of perjury of California or a penalty of perjury of Texas, which has to be under those laws. It's either or.
And I was with you. You and I went down to the Secretary of State's office in Los Angeles together. And
yes.
we went into the notary guy's name was what? Michael something?
I can't recall his name. I'd have to refresh the file.
Yeah, Michael, or whoever it was there, was the senior guy who was supposed to give you justice for notary fraud. You proved your notary fraud, and all he could say is, gee whiz. You never got a dime out of that. He recognized you had a valid claim, and you also filed something with what federal agents say, and they recognized you have a just claim.
Well, they see where the problems are, and they're not allowed to give legal advice or to tell you what's wrong with the document, even though it's really clear, because there's what is called the notary manual for handbook for notaries, and it's the do's and the don'ts. And all the don'ts show up in these assignments, deeds of trust, or any notarization that they've done on an instrument. And when we find that the inconsistencies in the documents, they're just blatant, defective procedures by the notary, and we bring that to the Secretary of State's attention. Everybody seems to not want to be practicing law, but won't lead you to the department who needs to review that document and say, get that thing canceled. It's easy to notarize the illegal document and have it recorded against your property, but it's not easy to get that off that parcel. But getting straight to the point of what I saw on the news this evening while I was watching KTLA 5 was Adam Sandler, who is with the Orange County Sheriff's Department. They conduct an investigation with one of the buyers of a property, which was about $1.2 million, and somehow escrow, these hackers got into escrow and were shifting the IP addresses around, and were getting money out of that real estate agent's transaction. And the sheriffs got involved, investigated, and they stopped it. And so they caught it in time so that the purchaser wouldn't have been injured. Now, it only took them 24 hours to investigate, to stop the transaction, and to make that person whole. Now, I've been fighting this since 2005, and I'm looking today at 7,000 pages of paperwork, and I'm having to go through appeals, through bias and prejudice judges and judgments, and my identity being stolen. It's just absolutely ludicrous.